Children from Turkey's Menahal school launched fundraising for Taiwan's quake victims. City volunteers visit families in need in Gansu to ensure they can enjoy the Lunar New Year. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri. Thank you for joining us. Happy New Year and wish you luck in the Year of the Dog. We begin our program today with news from Turkey. After learning about the Hualien earthquake in Taiwan, Syrian refugee children from Tzu Chi's Menahal school in Turkey have shown their concern for the affected residents. In addition to praying for Taiwan, there was a launch of fundraising activity to help the quake victims.
The children are putting coins into the coin bank to help people in need. After the Hualien earthquake, all the teachers and students from the Menahal school felt deeply sad and their hearts go out to the affected residents. They immediately launched an activity to canvass for donations. The Menahal school, which was established by Tzu Chi for Syrian refugees in Sultan Gazi, Turkey, has launched a fundraising activity for Hualien quake victims. Despite their own difficulties in their life, this time they joined hands to help Taiwan.
At this moment, I should put the pain aside because there are many families in Taiwan who need more help and care. My heart goes out to everybody there. Thank you, Taiwan.
Thank you for working non-stop to help us. As Taiwan is in its difficult time now, I want to stand with you, just like you are always by my side.
Originally, I wanted to buy a laptop, but after learning about the earthquake in Taiwan, I now want to donate the money because we cannot delay the needs of affected residents.
The children show their love to Taiwan through painting.
I love Taiwan. They are good people. Sorry, earthquake. We wish peace for you and love.
We are sorry for earthquake.
We love Taiwan.
Tzu Chi Philippines chapter recently held a year-end blessing ceremony at the Gansu Hall. Most of the participants were Tzu Chi's long-term care recipients, including those who have received medical assistance and disaster relief. Many hope that they can turn from receivers to givers in the coming year. Let's take a look.
Tzu Chi Philippines chapter hosts the year-end blessing ceremony for care recipients. Amy Vargas, who has received Tzu Chi's help to undergo chemotherapy, came to attend the Thanksgiving event. As she will no longer be a care recipient, she hopes to help other less fortunate people the next year.
I also wanted to recycle and donate the money I earned to Tzu Chi to help people in need. I want to do this good deed, so I insisted on attending this event.
Ada Robles is another care recipient who has received help from the volunteers because of cancer. She is also grateful for Tzu Chi's assistance in her time of need when her elderly mother suffered from lung disease.
It's all for doing good deeds. Tzu Chi emphasizes humanitarian care, and the organization is always concerned about care recipients.
The Filipino artist conveys great love by performing Tzu Chi songs. He is deeply moved by volunteers' selfless devotion in disaster relief.
By giving off your time, you give up something that cannot be bought with money. And it's your spirit in loving and helping other people.
Last year, Sangwon Elementary School was badly damaged by a typhoon. Students from this school have made artwork to express gratitude to the Tzu Chi family's continuous love and care.
Tzu Chi's love has been surrounding the school. The teachers have also made students understand Tzu Chi's spirit and educated them to love all sentient beings as well as protect the environment.
When everyone lights up a lamp in their hands, it means that the spirits of great love will continue to be spread in the coming year.
In the United Kingdom, Tzu Chi volunteers in Manchester held a year-end blessing ceremony for the 10th year. Many community residents have been invited to attend the event. Volunteers also provided translation service, allowing the participants to know more about Tzu Chi. Let's join them there.
Even in Manchester, the United Kingdom, one can experience the festive atmosphere of the Chinese New Year.
As the Thanksgiving events held by Tzu Chi volunteers, the translation service is very important.
About in Hualien, Taiwan.
And one thing that's interesting that Master Chen Yan said, she said that all these disasters are caused by us. It's our karma. So we need to do something. And this is where Tzu Chi and everybody must take action to help all sentient beings.
In our culture, some of our sort of charity is mechanical. You know, you give them the food and off you go. But you seem to combine the acts of providing the care needed, but also with a lot of compassion and care and friendliness.
In addition to receiving the red envelopes of blessing and wisdom, the participants also express gratitude to their parents by serving tea.
My daughter served tea to us parents to express gratitude to the love she has received from us. This made me quite moved.
Everyone should fulfill their filial duties in time while also seizing any chance to do good deeds.
In Johor Bahru of Malaysia, in the Sutra adaptation of Water Repentance performed at the Tzu Chi Year-End Blessing Ceremony, entrepreneur Chen Chin-kyun played the role of Dharma Master Wu Da. This experience has helped him repent for his past mistakes. He admitted that he once led a wayward life and was even imprisoned when he was young. Nevertheless, he has started anew and is now leading a meaningful life. Let's take a look at how he was able to transform and change for the better.
I've discovered that there was no direction for my life. As every day passed by, I was living a nightlife, playing at various places. I had no direction.
It pains him to look back into the past. Chen Chi-kyun, who plays Dharma Master Wu Da in the Sutra adaptation of Water Repentance Sutra, is now living a simple life.
I save a hairy gourd seed to be planted. As we plant vegetables, weeds will grow on the side. They are like our afflictions and worries. We need to uproot the weeds every day. It's similar to how we need to get rid of our bad habits.
Besides planting vegetables, Chen also carries out disaster relief work in disaster areas.
I enjoy carrying out disaster relief work. It is considered my strength.
In the Sutra adaptation performed at Tzu Chi Year-End Blessing Ceremony, Chen plays Dharma Master Wu Da. It reminds him of how he dropped out of school back in 4th grade to work at a coffee shop.
When I was working there, I befriended people who went astray. In the beginning, we stole people's change in the car. We broke people's rearview mirror and stole their gasoline. When I was 15, I was put in detention home. Then I was caught again when I was 17. I was caught by the police and imprisoned for half a year.
Now he repents and has started a new chapter of his life.
I've realized that my past afflictions have created a lot of negative karma. Now I've bid farewell to my wayward past. I've repented sincerely. After performing in the Sutra adaptation, I will realize my goal.
Having made a vow, Chen has turned over a new leaf. At Tzu Chi Central Grounds in New Taipei City, 74-year-old Cai Wei-shen always starts boiling water for tea at 6:30 a.m. every day and tends to the vegetable garden there. If it rains, he'll work at the recycling station. Actually, Cai suffers from cancer and is a Tzu Chi care recipient. For the past 30 years, he has been following his mother's dying wish to care for his own sister, who is now a widow, and her son. With a positive attitude, Cai feels that being able to do good deeds means he's still healthy.
74-year-old Cai Wei-shen is taking medicine for the 4th stage of nasopharyngeal cancer. He's been having the cancer for 15 months.
If you can cooperate with the doctor, you won't imagine things, and you can recover faster.
In March 2017, social workers at the hospital referred Cai Wei-shen to Tzu Chi for help. It was then that volunteers realized that Cai had been bowing at the door of Tzu Chi Central Jinshi Hall all the time. They felt like a family. Cai Wei-shen comes to the central grounds every day to help and always has something to do.
After he comes here, he'll boil water. After he finishes it, he'll go to the vegetable garden to water them or to remove weeds or make it clean.
I come here to cultivate my mind and to recuperate.
He tends to the vegetable garden attentively because the vegetables are food for the volunteers.
I enjoy working here every day.
Some benches from the Taipei Tzu Chi Hospital need to be renewed, so he takes up the job willingly.
I don't do it for others, but for myself. Since I have free time, I must work diligently.
Having compassion and positive attitude are Taiwan's way to coexist with the cancer.
In China, Tzu Chi volunteers visit care recipients in Gansu to see if the goods they have received can allow them to enjoy a happy Lunar New Year. Since many physically challenged people live in Qingyuan, Gansu, Tzu Chi volunteers split into 10 groups to visit these families in need. Let's join them there.
While it is snowing, Tzu Chi volunteers visit needy families in Qingyuan town, 2,000 meters above sea level. Zhu Pingyuan lives in this crude old house. He cannot work because he was injured in a car accident, and his wife divorced him and even took the children away from him.
那多久了
？5年了。
5年了，所以要等手头宽裕一点才能够再开刀取出来，是不是？
是的。赶上了猪要出呀了吗
As many as 1,408 families in Qingyuan have handicapped people, so Tzu Chi's relief program aims at helping poor people.
下雪，路上滑。
It's snowing, so the roads are slippery. When you go out to have fresh air, you must be careful when you walk.
好诶。
Although Zhao Yingming lives alone and is blind, he is optimistic. He makes a living by fortune telling.
He's
blind, so he can't see anything, but he has many talents. I have hands and feet, and I can see beautiful things in the world, so I hope to discover more poor people with my eyes so I can help them.
74-year-old grandmother has to take care of her 16-year-old granddaughter.
没事的，就眼睛有一点不舒服而已吧。
不是，眼睛麻着看不来，又不是白内障，又不能咳。
事情都要把它放。
You must keep an open mind at everything. What will happen? Your luck will change.
After putting on the coat from Tzu Chi, the grandmother turns around happily to show it.
把我们的爱留在心里。好。
The grandmother insists on seeing the volunteers off.
别出来了，别出来了。
The grandmother's affection for them makes the volunteer determined to grab every chance to give warmth.
In China, Tzu Chi volunteers in Guangdong province, Dongguan, recently went to nursing homes to care for the elderly. Many seniors felt as happy as if they have seen their own family when seeing the volunteers.
Upon seeing Tzu Chi volunteers once again, this centenarian grandmother cannot help talking happily to the volunteers. This is the day when Dongguan Tzu Chi volunteers visit the nursing home to entertain the elderly. Volunteers have prepared a variety of vegetarian dishes, allowing the seniors to enjoy a year-end reunion feast beforehand. Today we have prepared hot pots and lai fan that local residents must eat during the Lunar New Year. In addition, 6 home cooking dishes have been provided. With volunteers' kind services, the seniors all eat happily. As for elderly people who are unable to have a meal with everyone, volunteers have delivered meals to their rooms.
Actually, I have treated them as my own grandfather. Those who have mobility problems are very poor. So normally Brother Fu Yong and I may visit these seniors who are unable to take care of themselves.
This love also extends to the nursing home in Chashan town. In addition to giving performances, volunteers have also helped the elderly cut hair and nails, hoping that they can enjoy the Lunar New Year.
Tzu Chi volunteers have come to our nursing home for many years and have brought love to the elderly people here. Many of them shed tears when seeing you guys.
Volunteers treat the elderly in the nursing home much like their own family. They say caring for other seniors is also a way to fulfill their filial duties.
In Indonesia, Tzu Chi volunteers have been promoting Tzu Chi bamboo bank era spirit. With the support of entrepreneurs, the volunteers have gone to companies to give out coin banks and introduce Tzu Chi's missions. Among the companies is one who has been supporting Tzu Chi for 3 years. Meanwhile, another company has held a tea gathering for more employees to learn about Tzu Chi. The employees at Indo-Agri Company have received these coin banks in 2015. They are donating the money to Tzu Chi for the 5th time.
Tzu Chi Indonesia chapter has provided us with coin banks so we can do good deeds. Therefore, we've gotten into the habit of doing deeds every day.
When I buy things, I receive some coins. I'd rather donate the coins to Tzu Chi Foundation.
Indonesian entrepreneurs have been promoting Tzu Chi's bamboo coin bank era spirit in their companies. At Kawalama Secretariat Group, the president is setting a good example.
The president of the company has attended Tzu Chi's camp for Indonesian and Malaysian entrepreneurs. He has a deep impression of Tzu Chi, and he thinks that he should share good principles with more people. Therefore, he has invited us to share Tzu Chi's missions with his management personnel.
More than 200 management personnel have participated, and they're willing to promote this in their departments.
We should care about people around us and harbor gratitude because it is blessings from God.
As these company employees save up to help the less fortunate people, they've also created a ripple effect of love. Many places around the world are facing a water shortage problem, with Taiwan being one such place. The Water Resources Agency recently held a water conservation program to encourage the public to save water. The total water saved amounted to more than 28 million metric tons, about the same volume as Yonghesan Reservoir in Miaoli County. Among the schools participating in this event, Chaoyang University of Technology won the top prize. Let's see how the school could achieve this honor.
The urinals in men's room need electricity to work, but with this new invention, it can remain clean without water.
It uses nanotechnology to keep the urine away so it doesn't smell and doesn't need water for flushing.
The toilets in ladies' room are dual flush toilets, and they can save 60% of water, and the water used is stored into water grass.
It's more nutritious, so the grass are easily tended to. And yes, they look greener too.
Rainwater and also the water from the air conditioners are collected and used instead of tap water. There's also a monitoring system to capture any leak.
This will reduce leaks. When something breaks down, the water might continue flowing. Then we'll find out if the water is leaking.
This system allows the university to save the most water in Taiwan. The students even go out to Huimin School for the Blind to set up this system.
They can use the app to control it. They can set what time to turn on and off the power.
Taiwan is one of the 18 countries that are short of water, so it is everyone's responsibility to save water.
The Tongmen tribal village in Hualien is the home to a hard-working Tzu Chi recycling volunteer, Xu Ailian. She's a Tzu Chi care recipient who has to care for her daughter who suffers from autism. Despite the challenges in her life, she collects the recyclables on the streets of the community and gives them to Tzu Chi. In addition, she has been certified as a recycling volunteer. She's now giving back to society and protecting the environment with her own hands. Riding a scooter to go through the alleys, Xu Ailian picks up recyclables upon seeing them. Xu Ailian was once a Tzu Chi care recipient. She once felt depressed caring for her autistic daughter. Fortunately, Tzu Chi volunteers have accompanied her.
什么？围兜兜，不是差一个字叫围巾。我做这个回收里面。
After doing recycling, I won't think much. I've become optimistic.
很慷慨就对了。
如果你时间足够，你才去做回收。
After the volunteers encourage her to do recycling, she's doing it with joy now. She has also collected a large amount of recyclables.
Tzu Chi brother comes to take the recyclables every week. He has to make 2 trips. Sometimes I see her picking up recyclables on the streets. And how her recyclables fill the truck, we feel very touched.
In Tongmen Tribal Village, which has beautiful scenery, Xi Ailian has inspired local residents to do recycling, protecting the environment. In Taiwan, Jian Dagui, who's over 50 years old, started to develop something on his nose 20 years ago. However, only 3 days later, blisters began to develop throughout his body. After the blisters erupted, his skin began to fester. Then it was found out that he had pemphigus, a chronic blistering disease occurring on one's skin. With the disease, patients' lymphocytes become out of control and produce abnormal antibodies that attack the skin membranes. There's 20% chance this disease can cause death. After Jian Dagui started the treatment in 2003, his skin became better in 6 months. Now he goes back to the hospital for regular checkups to make sure the disease will not relapse.
The nose here had a pimple and it hurt when I touched it.
Jian Dagui developed a pimple on his nose 20 years ago, but 3 days later, blisters spread throughout his body.
I couldn't sleep at night because the blisters gave me sharp pain. The surface would turn dry, but more blisters appeared in the following day.
He could not sleep well and could not even take a bath either. His life was seriously affected by the disease. He went to seek doctors for help, and finally he was diagnosed of having a pemphigus.
Basically, it's an autoimmune system disease, so it's not contagious. The initial symptoms include skin sores, which can happen in the oral cavity or at any other part of your body. They'll relapse again and again and spread out wider and wider.
现在最容易哪边会比较有皮肤的症状？
旁边这里。
摩擦的地方哈。
对对。
那我看一下。
Jian Dagui came to Hualien Tzu Chi Medical Center for help, and the dermatology department found the cause.
When Dagui was hospitalized, we found out he had thermoma. The literature said that some patients who had pemphigus also developed thermoma.
After receiving treatment and regular follow-ups, Jian Dagui's skin has returned smooth again. His life has also become normal too, so he can enjoy a good family life.
张医师，谢谢你帮我爸爸的病医治好。
In Malaysia, to ensure the Chinese care recipients can enjoy the festivities of Lunar New Year, Tzu Chi Branch in Klang held the Lunar New Year reunion events. They were attended by a total of 54 care recipient families. We'll leave you with these images at the end of our program. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.